Moving right on, then you've got the Nothing 2 phone. It's one of the latest smartphones that has come in from the upstart brand Nothing, and there's been a lot of buzz that's surrounding it. In fact, my colleague Sumita Karir caught up with the management, the VP General Manager of Nothing India, Manu Sharma. Let's listen in, talking a little bit more about the features, the competition within the space, as well as the long-term growth plan.
I want to understand, do you think Nothing has been able to match that, to push the envelope as far as innovating is concerned with the launch of its Nothing Phone 2 flagship? Take us through what's different this time around, besides, of course, the widely successful glyph patterns.
Thanks for having me, and delighted to talk with you today. I think we are clearly, as a young brand, we came in last year with Nothing Phone 1. And it's a very competitive market in smartphones, and we disrupted the market with the Nothing Phone 1 design, and really it took a lot of other brands by surprise. What we're trying to do as our mission is to really bring back tech and fun part together. So we want to make the tech fun again, and that's what we're trying to do with our products. Which are very uniquely positioned and also adds huge value in terms of what consumers are seeking in terms of differentiation. We had a huge success with Phone 1 last year, and globally we already announced we sold close to 800,000 units. India is a very strong market. We also got great response on the Phone 1 as well. And now as we enter into the Phone 2, which is our second generation of flagship device.
So you're saying 10 million consumers logged in for Notify Me for Phone 1, and you're already sold out in pre-order. So if you could also share more numbers on what's the response really been like from people here in India, what's the feedback that you've gotten from the Indian market?
Yeah, as I talked about in my previous answer, globally, Phone 1 has been a huge success, and we sold more than 800,000 devices globally, and India is also a strong contributor to that. And as far as Phone 2 is concerned, we can't give out a very specific numbers. All I can say is that the kind of response we're getting, it's been fantastic. So with that, we have gone through a journey, being a young brand when we started with our smartphone journey last year. We had to build a lot of trust and credibility, and that's what we've done. The Nothing Phone 1 has already gone through 9 software updates. That's the kind of commitment we have in terms of making sure that consumers get fantastic experience on the product. And now with the Phone 2, we not just are able to build that confidence in the consumers, but also we have elevated the experience of the device through our hardware and the software that it promises. So we are just yet to start our first open sales, which will go on 21st July on Flipkart and some of the offline stores. But the kind of response we got, both from media side, from the consumer side, has been phenomenal. I'm really, really happy with that.
And what's your favorite feature of the Phone 2?
It's like asking a parent what's the favorite feature of their children. It's just, but there are many actually. I mean, firstly, I love the design. The fact that I got into this company was with a common vision of that, everything out there is so similar looking, and it's a sea of sameness, and we had to change this. And who else can change this? Nothing as brand can change it. And we, came together as like-minded people, including at the helm, Carl. And that's what we're trying to do. Firstly, the foremost is the fantastic and beautiful design, which is on the Phone 2 as well as on the Phone 1. That's definitely quite a looker. Everybody really feels great holding it. Phone 2 is much more premium looking, and when you hold the device, it's got this curved 3D glass. I just love holding it and showing it off. I think that's one to begin with. Second is that, of course, I always really like the glyph part, because now it offers much more functionalities. I think it keeps me away from looking at my phone all the time. And I think that's something which we are working very strongly in terms of partnerships as well. And Third thing, of course, is the OS. You know, there are very few brands out there who can differentiate on the OS side.
So what's the process that Nothing really takes to design its products, and how complicated is it to design transparent tech? And I also want to bung in another question about, as somebody who's been in the smartphone industry for quite some time, what do you think is the reason for limited innovation in design? Is it because brands want to play safe, or they want to push more products in a very short period of time?
Okay, so firstly, it's a great question, and one of the biggest area of focus for us that we can immediately change when we started our company was on the product design perspective, because that's what you see immediately when you see any of the product. And we are really very choosy about how we design our products. It goes through very detailed process. We have a very strong product committee. We have a great set of designers on the product side, being headquartered in London, and some of the best designers of the world are with us in the London Design Hub. And we're very proud of the heritage that we're building with the design. So clearly, we don't want to be a brand for everyone. Just to answer that question you asked, for the other brands, they want to play it safe. They want to, just bring about some changes on the hardware side and continue with the same design, because it takes a lot of guts to change design, because you might not be able to appeal to everyone, and that means that you sell less. So they're just following the safer path. We want to change that. We want to be a brand which challenges the status quo. We want to be a brand which really differentiates itself in the design, not just the hardware. As I said, now we're progressing rapidly on the software side of the design